My name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and these are hiking boots that I got back November, I guess, of 11. And I wore them every day up until about a few months ago. That's the only pair of shoes I had. That's a backpack, Marmot. Back when I had to go to the trail just to have a place to live, I came to Roanoke, Virginia in '86, mid-October, cold, freezing. Ended up later on the Full Heart Knob Appalachian Trail, not far from where I am now. Anyway, I can look to the right, and it's going south where I've been, and then north, Mountain Pass Road up to Full Heart Knob to Wilson Creek to Cornelius, and on up into Waynesboro, and so I there in North Creek campground in Botetourt County. I knew all of the trails back in there, every spot. Cold. I was kept homeless, and I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in '41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married Childers. Both twins were killed by their mother, Lina, who was unwed. And I didn't find out about my kidnapping until after August the 31st of '83. I began finding out about my kidnapping. I was flown out to Larry Flint's during a political campaign, and I had written a medical malpractice book, 76 till I had antifreeze put in me April Fool Day of '80. Had a letter from the FBI dated June the 23rd of '79, and had my apartment taken, and I can go on and on. I mean, I should have died from the antifreeze. That's just one episode out of my life. But these are things that I got later. I started out with nothing, not even matches, food, clothing, anything to camp and keep me warm. But I made a couple of mistakes. I just looked at, because I've been force-fed, I'm allergic to chemicals. And my immune system attacks itself, and it makes it sound like, oh, well, that's cute. No, it's not. It kills you, the inflammation, your joints, and what it does to, you wonder if you're going to have any brain cells left. Besides how it makes you feel, I mean, over time, it kills you. And so, anyway, I was looking today, and they're bringing William and Kate in, and they're illegal. My father's Edward VIII. They illegally took down. My mother's Claudia O'Keefe from Madison, Wisconsin, sister to artist George O'Keefe. So history has been totally a lie. The Illuminati, the Freemasons, helped kidnap me. Joe Kennedy was appointed ambassador by Roosevelt, 36 till he was kicked out in 46. His son, JFK, and that's why they cover up the Kennedy Warren Commission covered it up, and Martin Luther King. There was mind control used in it, but to programming in that. But the reason they covered it up was because Martin Luther King, and that's the reason the NAACP or none of them have done anything to try to help me. They've thwarted any efforts. It's been 75 years and they've done nothing to help me. None of them. A handful of Americans otherwise helping me has been the Brits, who have paid one hell of a price. And a monarch that's not a monarch, the Americans put there in illegal treaties that allow the United States to trample all over everything British and give it away right and left. And they installed George VI illegal, and Elizabeth is illegal. I'm Victoria II, and a seal was put on it. Wow. Wonder if the seal, any of that's still there, you know. All you have to do is look at my father and go back. All of it can be proven, everything I've put on former tapes. But I wanted to turn this around because William and Kate are coming to New York today, staying in the Carlton. And I've been made homeless without toilet tissue, without food. I've had antifreeze put in me. I was taken by Victor Gonzalez, a doctor, and a gag order was put on it across, and I put this on tape. This is just another one of the episodes. I was drugged and taken across to a clinic. It's where the trolley tracks were in College Park, I believe. It's on the other side of Atlanta from north side in Marietta and Smyrna. I was taken there, and this was confirmed when I worked at the DA's office in '80 after the antifreeze had been put on me, and I was illegally taken across the state line, and I worked for Fred Simpson, the district attorney. So this was played out there. I didn't know about being the monarch until '83. But I did remember this. I was taken by Gonzalez, and he was at Parkland in Dallas when John Kennedy was taken there. But I didn't know John Kennedy was part of my kidnapping and the Martin Luther King and all. Martin Luther King, what he did in the NAACP, and that's Andrew Young, who was appointed ambassador to the UN. And the whole thing was to take out everything British, Africa, Rhodesia, you name it, Kenya, and Reverend Andrew Young, who was mayor, and in the condition I was in after antifreeze had put in me, he denied me. Well, no, I'll take that back. I did come into his office. I was allowed in, and they all had these, whole room full of them, and they all had this in their ears. So they know about mind control and everything. So now that I'm got the door going, and I have been force-fed, I'm allergic to drugs, not drugs, to chemicals. And by this time, it all should have killed a horse, you know. It's just about killed me, and my life has been so much hell. I mean, what can you say? I don't even know where my children are, and they certainly didn't know the truth of any of this the last time I saw them. So the United States and the Jews, look at the treaties that were illegal, that were signed after my kidnapping in '41. That's all you have to do right there. The UN started because they made Great Britain a launching pad, putting military bases, which is illegal. I didn't sign it. My dad didn't sign it, any of it. So all of it's illegal. And then you got South Africa going, and then you got me writing about in the book about links to Emory University and to Center for Disease Control and what's going on in Africa. So now you got William and Kate. It's the response I wanted to say. The response to me when I had all this unspeakable crimes done to me and my family, my country on a daily basis, have been ignored. It certainly hadn't been taken before any grand jury. The cops would come out and arrest me. You didn't have any blacks forming for my civil rights or anything. They were destroying them. And I could go on, but and everybody loves William and Kate. They're illegal. They sold out Great Britain. They're traitors. How dare them come across the pond? And this bond that they have with the United States, well, they do have. They helped in my kidnapping. They helped give away Great Britain, that segment of the Windsors. That's George Illegal VI, who sold out my dad and helped take him down illegally, kidnap his own niece, Victoria II. So they don't want any of it told. And what's happened to me in this country is because of the citizens. They could have gotten together petitions. They could have marched. They had every opportunity open to them, every option. But it was me they tried to kill, and the torture they've done to me. And that's by the citizens of this country and part of my family, the Windsors. And by the way, everybody's going to... it's so hideous you can't... I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's so hideous. And that's what one of the FBI agents said to me. They've made it so ludicrous. Everybody knows you're telling the truth. But they've given a chance to help you or walk away.